We continue our working day at Ukraine Crisis Media Center. Now the floor is given to Colonel Andriy Lysenko, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesperson and ATO-related issues. Welcome. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. During the last 24 hours, Russian occupation forces continued to violate ceasefire regime using weaponry that is prohibited by the Minsk agreements. The Lugansk sector militants delivered 7 precision shellings of the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine. And at our positions near Trehizbinka, 4 enemy mines of 82mm caliber were recorded. Also, the occupants shelled our detachments with use of grenade launchers of different type, large caliber machine guns and small arms. Twice in the region of Krymsk and near Zolote, Svetlodarsk and Zhovte and Travnevo, and in the majority of cases, our servicemen provided rigid response with the weapons that is not prohibited by the Minsk agreements. The Donetsk sector, the enemy delivered 5 precision shellings of our positions. The enemy delivered lasting mortar shellings of our detachments near Verkhnyatoretska and Vodiane. Also near these settlements and also near Gnutova, Avdiivka and Marienka, the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine were shelled with the use of 23mm twinning anti-aircraft unit, grenade launchers, large caliber machine guns, and other types of small arms. Nearly in all instances, our servicemen returned fire with the use of small arms and grenade launchers. On the whole, during the last 24 hours, the enemy delivered 12 precision shellings of the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine, and in 9 instances, Ukrainian servicemen returned fire with the use of weapons that are not prohibited by the Minsk agreements. And in the region of withdrawal of one of the units of the armed forces in the Propilsky region of Donetsk Oblast, guardsman was fired at and wounded, and the reserve group came immediately and helped to repel the attack of subverters. The wounded serviceman was brought to mobile hospital in Pokrovsk. Now his life is no longer under threat. And according to information provided by the main intelligence department of MOD, from 20 to 26th of November, the casualties among the militants, 34 dead and 22 wounded militants. Also in units and large units of so-called 1st and 2nd Army Corps, because of lack of discipline, the number of crimes against locals is on the rise. On the 24th of November in Lugansk, the servicemen of one of the units of the 2nd Army Corps were drinking alcohol in Luke's cafe, and during the conflict with the locals, one of the servicemen blew up hand grenade and civilians suffered in the result. Now Russian occupation command tried to hide this fact. On the 26th of November this year, servicemen of one of the units of so-called 1st Army Corps committed traffic accident, and in the result, local residents suffered. Groups of civil and military cooperation of the armed forces of Ukraine, Berdyanska, Volnovakha, Mariupol, Marienka, and others systematically hold working meetings with local residents who live near the line of confrontation. They provide them with information and discuss pressing issues and how to resolve the problems they discuss as well. And also these groups organize accompanying and provision of support to low-income families, disabled and elderly. These are food products, printed editions, coal and firewood and warm clothes. And those people who were not able to leave this area, they are provided with help of volunteers and other residents. And tomorrow, on the 28th of November, in the official bulletin on Ukraine number 93, there will be an order published as of 27th of September 2017, number 499, on adoption of changes to instruction on organization of implementation of provision on military service, and the department provides the information about the changes. They introduce special checks before the first appointment of servicemen to bodies of command of the armed forces on positions of heads, deputy heads, and heads of structural departments in this body, and also they extend the list of the officials who are responsible for the organization of such checks. Also, people who will not be conscripted, those who were on military duty and in military reserve, also those who are reserved for mobilization for the state bodies and enterprises institutions, or identified as non-effective due to the state of their health, have 3 or more underage children, take care of children, underage children on their own, or have a child who is an invalid of first or second group until this child reaches 23 years of age, or they take care of orphans, and this is also for those who take care of children who are deprived of parental care until they reach 18 years. And also, if they take care of people who need this assistance in case of absence of other people who can provide such help. Or if they are deputies of Ukraine and deputies of the Supreme Council of the Autonomous Republic of Crimea, or the students, postgraduate students. Also, they introduce conscription to the military service under contract after service for 6 months, not for the officers, and not after completion of this term. Do you have questions? No questions? Thank you.